Despite its legal standing, nikah muta remains a sensitive and controversial issue in Iran. Iran, a land of ancient traditions and vibrant culture, holds many secrets behind its veil. This country, with its rich history and diverse heritage, is a place where the past and present coexist in a delicate balance. From the bustling markets filled with the aroma of spices to the serene landscapes that stretch as far as the eye can see, Iran is a land of contrasts and mysteries. One such secret, whispered in hushed tones and shrouded in controversy, is the practice of temporary marriage known as nikah muta. This practice, often discussed behind closed doors and in private conversations, is a topic that elicits strong opinions and emotions. It is a tradition that has been passed down through generations, yet remains a subject of intense debate and scrutiny. This ancient tradition, sanctioned by Shia Islam but rejected by Sunni Muslims, allows a man and a woman to enter into a marital union for a predetermined period, ranging from a few hours to several years. The concept of a marriage that is not meant to last a lifetime is foreign to many, yet it is a practice that has deep roots in Iranian culture and religious beliefs. The signing of the contract, the rituals and the ceremonies all play a significant role in this unique form of marriage. Imagine a society where marriage, the very foundation of family and social structure, can be as fleeting as the setting sun. In a world where permanence is often sought after, the idea of a temporary union challenges conventional notions of commitment and stability. The fleeting nature of these marriages raises questions about the impact on families, children, and the broader community. This practice, while deeply ingrained in Iranian history, continues to spark debate and raise questions about women's rights, societal norms, and the evolving role of tradition in the modern world. The discussions surrounding nikah muta are not just about the practice itself, but also about the broader implications for gender equality and social justice. As Iran navigates the complexities of modernity, the role of such traditions is constantly being reevaluated. The concept of temporary marriage might seem shocking or even taboo to those unfamiliar with Shia Islam. For many, the idea of a marriage that is not intended to last forever is difficult to comprehend. However, within the context of Shia beliefs, nikah muta serves specific purposes and fulfills certain needs that are recognized and respected by its practitioners. However, to understand the complexities of this practice, we must delve into its historical roots, legal framework, and the lived experiences of women in Iran. The history of nikah muta is rich and multifaceted, with legal and religious texts providing a framework for its practice. The voices of women who have experienced temporary marriage offer invaluable insights into its impact on their lives and their perspectives on its place in contemporary society. Join me as we lift the veil of secrecy surrounding nikah muta, exploring its origins, its impact on women's lives, and the ongoing struggle for gender equality in a society grappling with tradition and modernity. Through this journey, we will uncover the layers of history, culture, and personal stories that define this controversial practice, shedding light on a topic that remains both enigmatic and profoundly significant in the Iranian context. To comprehend the deeply rooted practice of nikah muta in Iran, we must journey back in time. The origins of this tradition can be traced to pre-Islamic Arabia, where various forms of temporary marriage existed. During the early days of Islam, the practice was permissible but later became a subject of debate among different Islamic schools of thought. Sunni Muslims ultimately abolished the practice while Shia Muslims continued to uphold it, citing religious texts and interpretations that permitted it. Throughout history, nikah muta has been justified on various grounds, including providing companionship for travelers, protecting widows and divorced women, and offering a religiously sanctioned outlet for sexual desire. However, critics argue that the practice has been misused and exploited, particularly in recent times, leading to concerns about women's rights and well-being. Understanding the historical context of nikah muta is crucial to navigating the complex web of religious beliefs, societal norms, and legal frameworks that shape the lives of women in Iran today. In contemporary Iran, nikah muta exists within a complex legal framework that both permits and regulates the practice. This form of temporary marriage, while deeply rooted in Islamic tradition, has evolved to fit the modern legal and social landscape of Iran. The Iranian legal system, rooted in Islamic Sharia law, recognizes temporary marriage as a legally binding contract between a man and a woman. This recognition is not merely symbolic, it carries significant legal implications and responsibilities for both parties involved. This contract, known as a sige, outlines the duration of the marriage, the amount of financial compensation, mahr, the woman will receive, and other terms agreed upon by both parties. The sige can last from a few hours to several years depending on the agreement. While the law requires the man to provide financial support to the woman during the marriage, the level of this support and its enforcement can vary widely. This financial support is intended to ensure the woman's well-being during the temporary union, but in practice it often falls short of providing adequate security. Despite its legal standing, nikah muta remains a sensitive and controversial issue in Iran. Many view it as a loophole that allows men to exploit women under the guise of religious and legal sanction. Critics argue that the legal framework, while seemingly straightforward, often fails to protect women from exploitation and abuse within these temporary unions. They point out that the lack of stringent enforcement mechanisms leaves women vulnerable to neglect and mistreatment. The lack of social stigma associated with men engaging in temporary marriages, coupled with the societal pressure on women to conform to traditional roles, creates a complex and often unequal power dynamic that needs to be addressed. Women who enter into these temporary marriages may face significant social and familial pressure, and their choices are often constrained by economic necessity and societal expectations. Efforts to reform the laws surrounding nikah muta are ongoing, with activists and legal experts advocating for greater protections for women. They argue that the legal system must evolve to reflect the changing social realities and ensure that women's rights are upheld in all forms of marriage. As Iran continues to navigate the complexities of modernity and tradition, the debate over nikah muta serves as a microcosm of the broader struggles for gender equality and legal reform in the country. The future of these temporary marriages will likely depend on the ability of Iranian society to balance respect for religious traditions with the imperative to protect and empower women. Section 4. A Woman's Place. Societal Expectations and Realities. In Iranian society, deeply rooted traditions and religious beliefs intersect with modern influences, shaping the lives and expectations of women. Within this complex tapestry, nikah muta occupies a controversial and often misunderstood space. Traditional values emphasize marriage and motherhood as central to a woman's identity and societal worth. However, societal pressures, economic disparities, and limited opportunities often leave women vulnerable within the institution of marriage, including temporary unions. While proponents of nikah muta argue that it provides women with a degree of autonomy and financial security, critics contend that it perpetuates a patriarchal system where women are often treated as second-class citizens. The reality for many women involved in temporary marriages is far more nuanced, ranging from experiences of empowerment and agency to exploitation and abuse. Understanding the societal pressures and expectations placed upon women in Iran is crucial to comprehending the complexities of nikah muta and its impact on their lives. Section 5. Inside the contract, terms and conditions of temporary marriage. The foundation of a nikah muta rests upon a written or verbal agreement, the sige, outlining the terms and conditions binding both parties. This agreement is not just a formality, but a crucial element that defines the nature of the relationship. It is a mutual understanding that both parties enter into willingly, with clear stipulations that must be adhered to throughout the duration of the marriage. This contract, a testament to the transactional nature of the arrangement, stipulates the duration of the marriage, ranging from a few hours to 99 years. The flexibility in the duration allows couples to tailor the marriage to their specific needs and circumstances. Whether it is a short-term arrangement for a few days or a long-term commitment spanning several decades, the sige provides a framework that accommodates various scenarios. Central to the sige is the mahr, a mandatory payment the man offers the woman. This payment is not merely a token gesture, but a significant aspect of the contract that underscores the man's commitment and responsibility towards the woman. This financial compensation, often viewed as a form of protection for the woman, can take the form of money, possessions, or property. The mahr serves as a financial safeguard, ensuring that the woman is provided for during the marriage and potentially after its conclusion. The amount of mahr varies greatly depending on factors such as the duration of the marriage, the woman's social standing, and the man's financial capacity. This variability allows the contract to be customized to reflect the unique circumstances of each couple, ensuring that the terms are fair and equitable. The sihe may also include clauses addressing inheritance rights, the woman's right to work or study, and the custody of any children born during the temporary marriage. These clauses are designed to protect the interests of both parties and provide a clear framework for managing various aspects of the relationship. However, the enforcement of these clauses, particularly those concerning women's rights, remains a point of contention and often relies on the goodwill of both parties. The effectiveness of these provisions can vary significantly, depending on the individuals involved and their willingness to honor the terms of the contract. The contractual nature of nikah muta, while seemingly straightforward, unveils the complexities and potential pitfalls that women may face within these temporary unions. The balance of power, the interpretation of the terms, and the enforcement of the clauses can all influence the outcome of the marriage, making it essential for both parties to enter into the agreement with a clear understanding and mutual respect. Ultimately, the success of a nikah muta depends on the transparency and honesty of both parties. Clear communication and a shared commitment to the agreed-upon terms can help navigate the complexities of this unique form of marriage, ensuring that it serves the intended purpose and respects the rights and dignity of both individuals involved.